between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. They're going to ride this running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
The Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not finding any running room, and I think that loss is going to give back what they gained on the previous play, and now it's third down.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down TFL, second down TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Anderson will throw. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Bulldozes his way through. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
What a boost you can get from something like that, and now they've got it first and goal with the 1. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Takes the handoff. It's Lyle. Breaks into the open. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
With the catch, it's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Now they'll run it on the toss. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played, but no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players, so it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
Anderson wants to throw. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Lyle. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The give to the back. Makes him talk to the hand. Gets it past the marker. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. But this guy can make some plays.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gibson. No siree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back. Just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man quickly. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Trying to beat him to the left. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the...
Turning it on! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Anderson will throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Got it in the middle. It's Lyle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Into space.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense, because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
He's got him. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
On the run, it's Lyle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
The Canes trying to cash it in on first and goal.
29 Philly, 2-9 ready.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get it.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
that defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Throwing right. Got his man all by himself. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grab near the marker is Gibson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Can the D deny them on second and goal? And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be third down. Pushes for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the ground game comes through for this offense just in the nick of time. Clock ticking down in the first half. They punch it in and a chance to tie this football game.
And he makes the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Anderson wants to throw. Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Looking downfield very late in the half. This one's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Miami. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, how hard is is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Working on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Kane. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. There he goes. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Toss sweep right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. to the right. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, no! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. There was not a window there. There was not a sliver of light. There was like the eye of a needle to zip that ball in, and somehow he got it in.
No doubt. Defensively, you know it's coming. You know who he's going to, where he's going to. You're in great position, but that guy just makes a play. He makes the touchdown catch. What a throw, what a catch, what trust between QB and wide receiver.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Motion from the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Lofton. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Lyle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
And the Canes really need to keep this drive alive on third down.
3:25.
He might want another play. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. The nice lead here late in the third quarter. They're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away.
Got enough space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the Canes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Lasso! Lasso!
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.